requirements are different. You don't have to disclose as much financial metrics as you would if you were public. It gives you the opportunity to fudge numbers, prolong taking losses, prolong taking of marks in the portfolio, end quote. So what that basically means is your reporting standards are different, the laws you have to follow are different, and the ability for you as the investor to see or know what your investment is actually worth are different. And you may not discover that until years down the road when you actually want to sell these things and get your money out. I personally never, ever have, and I never will, invest in anything that I can't get my money out of. All right, maybe my house, but I don't really consider houses investments. That's an expense, and we've already done that show. But I only put my money in things that I can get my money out in a few days. I can still lose money, of course. When the market goes down, there's risks. I don't intend to take my money out in a few days, but I want to be able to look somewhere else other than the person that sold it to me to tell me what it's worth. All right, I think that's more than enough rant for today, so forgive me. We're going to take a little commercial break, and we're going to get Thomas True, and then after Thomas, we're going to have Dan come on and talk about philosophy. We're probably going to have a little longer than normal show, so bear with me, and we'll talk to you after the breaks.
Here's an excerpt from The God Virus by Darrell W. Ray.
Every day, religion affects us in ways we may not realize. It makes your Uncle Ned spend hours praying for you. It gives your Baptist neighbor a reason to reject her own child who married a Catholic. It teaches your Pentecostal sister to spank her children to keep them from going to hell. It requires a Catholic priest to deny his sex drive. It causes people to give enormous amounts of money to religious organizations, and causes you to avoid talking to your cousin Jenny for fear she may try to convert you to Jehovah's Witnesses. Religion has both obvious and subtle influences on you and on society. This book explores the impact of religion on you and your world. It draws open the curtain of mystery and offers ways to understand and make informed decisions about religion. Have you ever wondered what makes religion so powerful? What makes people profess deep faith even as they act in ways that betray that faith? What makes people blind to the irrationalities of their own religion, yet see clearly the problems of other religions? How does it weave its way into our political system? If these and similar questions interest you, this book will help you understand its power in you, your family, and your culture.
The God Virus by Darrell W. Ray is available at atheistaudiobooks.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Phil Ferguson, and of course, you are listening to The Phil Ferguson Show. Now I have Superman with me. It's Thomas True. How are you, Thomas?
Hey, guys. Nice to speak to you again.
Oh, my pleasure. And for those who don't know Thomas True, he crazily and against my advice scheduled and organized his own convention last year. He just said this is what he wanted to do, and he was going to have everybody that he wanted in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know if St. Louis is big enough. We don't need Missouri, I don't think. It's the home of the arch, the gateway to the world, the gateway to the future, the gateway to the West, and now the gateway to reason, right, Thomas?
Absolutely right. I'm very proud that it turned out so well. I keep hearing good words about it, and it's like, well, I was so busy I didn't really get a chance to enjoy it, so thanks for letting me know.
Well, and I can only hope this year you'll follow one of my other pieces of advice, is to delegate.
I'm doing my best.
It's a learned skill. It's tough.
I'm sure that you are aware of that. Maybe you're not, but the phrase that the late Andy Warhol said, you know what ideals are worth, right?
Yeah, what's that?
A dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen.
So I appreciate everybody's great ideas and your enthusiasm. Sometimes wonderful ideas are a lot harder to implement, and it's not because I haven't thought of them. It's because limited resources, mostly due to people. So if what I have is not at the conference this year coming up, it's not because I don't know about it or don't want it there. It's because other factors that require more planning than just saying, hey, this would be a great idea.
Now, I know before we get deep into Gateway to Reason, you wanted to mention another regional conference. What was that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going on here in Missouri at Columbia on the campus of Missouri University, or University of Missouri. I guess it's MU. It's called, let me say it right, SashaCon.
SashaCon.
Kind of like the singer, but it's spelled SASHACON. And they're going to have a 2-day convention out there, March 19th and 20th. I'm going to be out there, possibly being a speaker. They are working on some other things. They do not have the schedule set up completely yet, but I was talking to the organizer, Caroline Spalding, and she said that they're real excited with the lineup, and I'll go ahead and tell you about that if you want to.
Yes, please.
Hear a little more. It's Dan Barker, who most of us should know, with the Freedom from Religion Foundation. He's graciously agreed to be there, so that's a really good thing. The Freedom from Religion, just to go over real quickly, are an advocate for keeping the church out of the government, helping protect the rights of all Americans, religious and non-religious. Another speaker is John Loftus. He's a former minister and apologist. I have not heard him. Have you heard him before?
I have heard John, and I've met him in person a couple of times. And yeah, he just lives over the border in Indiana, and he'll give a really nice talk. He writes great books. So
I saw that he was an author, and that's always awesome. Lucian Greaves with the Satanic Temple is going to be there, and it's a really important Missouri-wise for him to be there because there's a case that's moving forward slowly about Mary Doe versus the governor and the attorney general about the reproductive rights restrictions on women. So we'll be anxious to hear what is happening with that. Not to mention also, did you hear about what recently happened in the Phoenix City Hall a couple days ago?
I did. That's great fun.
You know who was involved with that too, right?
I'm sure that was Lucian.
It was Satanic Temple and Lucian, yeah. I forgot the actual woman who was going to be doing the invocation. But just to let our listeners know, they had a policy in the city of Phoenix that they would have an opening prayer invocation, say 10 Hail Marys and order of fries. We'll get started with the government after that. So, of course, with equal access, as a religious group, the Satanic Temple sought and gained access to be able to do the invocation. But they, at the last minute, decided, we don't want these satanic people praying over Phoenix. So they decided to just have a moment of silence. So.
Yep, they changed their policy, and anytime we can remove religion from government, I think it's a win. So they did a great job. So now, of course, what's going on at Gateway to Reason, and when is that? Okay,
that is going to be this summer, August 12th to 14th. It is located on the, it's part of the campus of Washington University in St. Louis. It's actually located at the 560 Music Center, which is their performing arts center, so it's a very huge facility. Actually, it used to be a Jewish synagogue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oddly enough, right across the street around the loop is a Church of Scientology, so those of you who attend, if you want to, you can mosey on over there and see what kind of stuff they're trying to push on people.
Now, just for the listeners to know, last year, the debut Gateway to Reason, you had a theater that could hold about 500, and it virtually
it was a little bit smaller than that.
Was it?
It was about the actual seating capacity was about 350.
It pretty much sold out, didn't it?
Oh yeah, we oversold. Matter of fact, I was talking to somebody about that the other day because I actually had free some people come in for Steve Hill because he's local to St. Louis. His family came in. I didn't even charge them, but with the speakers and all the people and the tickets sold, it easily was 450 people, and it was a 350-seat auditorium. So
now let's talk about some of these people. Now, Steve Hill, a relatively well-known stand-up comedian, is going to be there, and of course, Phil Ferguson.
Is going
to be there.
Absolutely.
That's worth the price of the $500 ticket alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank Phil for being a sponsor of the Gateway to Reason.
Oh, you're so sweet. I was joking about the $500 ticket. Isn't it a little less than that?
Well, I mean, that would be worth it, but it's actually 10 times less, $50.
There you go, listeners. Go sign up now before it's sold out, just like last year. But who else is going to speak?
We recently added Matt Dillahunty. He's returning.
I've heard of him.
Lucian Greaves, as I mentioned before, and Vicki Garrison is returning as well. Some of the other names that are new that weren't there last year: Nathan Phelps, Medisa Thomas, Daryl Ray, Keith Lowell Jensen. He's a comedian. Hina Databoy, the Flying Spaghetti Monster. James Croft, Emery and Heather Henderson. There were the Ardent Atheists. DJ Grothy, Stephanie Renee Gatorsum, David Caffey, Andrea Desky. She's with the Pasta Foundation. William Pori, who is the president of the American Atheists in Oklahoma. George Robb with the Geologic Podcast. Melissa Miller, she's one of the education science-related people. She's from the University of Tulsa. Jerry DeWitt. Susan Corbett, she's with the Coalition. Holy moly, I'm part of that and I forgot. Susan Corbett, Jace Heap. What is that? Coalition of Reason. That's it.
Coalition of Reason.
Yeah. And Ryan Bell. And rounding it off, Fazil Saeed Al-Mutar is coming back. And Teresa McBain. And last but not least, Phil Ferguson.
Yay. And so this is when? In the middle of the summer in a heat wave?
Yeah, I like it to where people can be comfortable. They don't have to bundle up like they have to right now. They can relax and wear shorts or whatever is appropriate for them. I don't have a dress code, so wear whatever you want, I guess.
And it looks like it's going from August 12th, which is Friday,
right,
through Sunday the 14th.
Exactly. This is actually in University City. It's 3 blocks from the actual campus, but it is owned by the university. The location there is in the historic Del Mar Loop, so while you're there at the conference, when we have breaks, you can go visit some wonderful places for shopping and visiting. There is a VIP event that's going to be going on Friday afternoon, which is going to have some very special entertainment, which I have not announced even to Phil yet. Yeah. It's something unique that has never happened at a conference before. All right?
Okay.
And that's the fact, Jack. So, and as soon as that comes out, I'm going to let people know. And, of course, the people who've already got the VIP tickets are all set for the fun. The VIP does include a 3-hour dinner with the speakers, and you have and the entertainment will be part of that as well. So,
and do you have more VIP tickets to sell?
I'm sorry?
Do you have more VIP tickets to sell?
They're going fast, but yeah, definitely. I opened up the number of VIP tickets because last year they went all out, and I wanted to make sure we had a few more available this year since the audience is going to be bigger. But yeah, it's just $200, and they will offer a. That does get you for the. It does help support the conference is what I'm trying to say, in addition to you having a special time with the guests and the speakers and the special entertainment.
And so the VIP event is in the Knight Center.
That is correct. It's at the Knight Center Conference Center. And
so this is a sit-down dinner thing?
Sit-down dinner. There's a atrium out there working on getting some music DJ, just some real simple stuff. There's going to be, I'm going to provide 2 free drinks. So if you drink, you can get started off with that. Of course, there'll be a cash bar after that. You're on your own. But otherwise, it's going to be a real fun time. I think after the entertainment that's being planned, if you care to dance, there's going to be places for that. And I know the speakers, such as Phil, are real sweet as far as letting people come and talk to them and ask them questions about this and that. So
awesome. Well, Thomas, thank you so much, and I appreciate the work that you do, as you know, and I'm proud to be a sponsor of Gateway to Reason 2 in St. Louis. And of course, for those who don't know, the website is gatewaytoreason.com. Real easy to get to. Go check it out. Get your tickets and your VIP tickets.